We're going to be talking today about what is forgivable and what is not forgivable. So I guess the exercise would be day before your wedding, your spouse or your soon-to-be spouse comes to you and tells you one of many scenarios that we're going to discuss today. We're going to talk about what you can deal with and continue on with marriage and what you simply won't put up with. All right, let's get into it.
So let's hear from our guests. Tell the people a little bit about yourselves, names, what you guys do, where they can find you.
What's up, y'all? We're Amir and Basira of the Both Sides of the Bed podcast. We are a very fun, freaky couple. It loves to talk about our sex life and our relationship. So if you follow us, you can go on a journey with us and just have these conversations that, people are a little bit nervous about having. We like to encourage sex positivity and love, and that's what we do.
Yes, we also want to just educate people and inspire them to just have better sex and better relationships. I'm a certified sexologist and relationship coach, and it's just really, really important to me.
Okay, so where can they find your podcast at?
You can find us everywhere, all podcast streaming platforms, and on YouTube at Both Sides of the Bed.
And on Instagram and TikTok, which we will post one day.
So this is particularly fitting that we're talking about this today because they're engaged, soon to be married. Congratulations.
Yes.
So, I don't know. I really want to know. I'm already married, so ain't nothing going to make a difference in my life. But I want to know if tomorrow, if he came to you and said...
You're just going to pick one.
No, I want to pick it.
I know it's this or
Oh.
Pick one.
He quit his job the day before the wedding.
That was the one on the list that I was like, I don't... Like, what's the plan?
I don't know. He got to tell you.
It's a little reckless.
That's a little reckless. It's reckless behavior. I don't think that's something that I would just like end the relationship on off of that, but I would like to know the game plan. But knowing him, there is a game plan, so it must make sense.
So forgivable. I actually thought the same. I felt like behind that decision has to be reason and has to... Well, actually, it doesn't have to have a plan because, I don't know, there could be different variables. He could have been fired or something. Maybe he just held on to that information because he knew that it would, like, ruin what joyous moment was coming up.
But to say it the day before the wedding is...
You know what? Saying it before the day of
It's a lot of anxiety, too.
Yeah, that's a lot, but...
That's the best time.
Really?
Yeah, baby, we getting married. I quit my job, but I love you.
Yeah. It's not the best time.
Yeah. There's a big euphoric moment. So where you could, if you was gonna quit your job, listen, she could probably forgive it the day before the wedding. She'll be like, you know what, we'll figure this out later. But if you told her after the wedding, it'd be a whole different conversation.
I feel like you're about to get up in front of everybody and say vows for better or for worse. That's forgivable.
Yeah.
If, he quit his job, lost his job, whatever the case is.
Let's not change the scenario.
Just quit, yeah.
Quit.
Maybe he wasn't happy there. He's like, you know what, I'm not happy there, and I realized marrying you made me more happy.
You gotta have a game plan, though. You gotta come with something.
Thank you.
I'm just trying to get you through the wedding, bro.
Well, I quit my job, babe, because after the wedding, I kind of just want to travel the world with you. What you saying?
You got the money?
Like coins?
Got money, babe.
Are we secure to do that? Then
Like coin?
We asking you.
Do I got the money? I got the money if I'm making that move. I got the money.
This your scenario.
Sure,
You done quit your job and...
Yeah, nah. She knows if I quit my job, it's for a reason.
Absolutely.
it'd be really weird because he's self-employed, but
That too.
Yeah.
Quit myself.
Just quit.
Fair enough.
be career change.
If you were working for the man, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, nah. She knows it's time to pack the bag. It's time to go.
Absolutely.
Faith in your partner and their reasoning. I like that.
That would actually be a good way to test your partner if they really in it with you. As a
don't
man,
be
be like,
tested.
I'm just saying if you need
I actually
it, just,
hate that in a relationship.
Wait, so you need a test the day before the wedding?
I'm not saying you should do that, but I'm just saying
That's
if you
very
actually
risky.
did, you get a good answer. You get some very authentic shit come up.
Wow.
Okay, this person's really trust me. I was just kidding, babe, and just keep it pushing.
Wow.
I don't need
Jokes,
that.
but I'm just
I don't
Yeah.
need that.
That's why.
I'm like, oh, okay, those are the games
You ready
we're
to be
playing.
in this? You ready to be in this with me?
That's why I do those jokes throughout my whole relationship. So when I do test it, it's not a test.
No, yeah.
I'm being
And
consistent.
don't joke with me the day before the wedding, please.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Please.
All right, so let me ask one. Her ex shows up at her bachelorette party. Forgivable or unforgivable?
Forgivable for me.
I want you to think before you answer.
I know. I thought.
I didn't. I wasn't. It said her ex. You ain't. Well, actually, technically, you're right.
And then I
My
can
bad.
answer.
How did he get there?
Exactly. How the
That's what I
fuck?
was
How did you have the address? So that means she must have gave the address.
I don't know. Y'all adding a whole bunch to.
But I mean, but how does her ex got to get to the bachelorette party? How did he get there? One of her trifling friends invited.
I was thinking that. That's
That's what I was right.
That's what I was
Definitely
also
wasn't
thinking.
you.
One of
One
her
of your friends.
Oh, you have stupid friends then. We need to get that in check.
Oh
but-
yeah, maybe you still got friends that keep in contact and thought it would be cute and funny.
Yeah.
Why was that funny? That was never fucking
Friends
funny.
didn't, but
I'm sorry.
That would be the only way that
25,000.
scenario would play out.
It's forgivable, but we gotta talk about that.
But there's no variables listed, so it's just like
It's unforgivable for me.
it's not like they
It's a
were
no-
invited by him. You get what I'm saying? And it doesn't
No.
even say anything happened.
You don't know.
It was just they showed up.
No, it didn't. Oh, it showed up. You're
Literally
right. It
just showed up. That's it.
Why it's unforgivable for you though? You said it's unforgivable.
Yeah, I want to know.
Because like I'm a contextual person. Things don't make sense. Like I believe in math. 1 + 1 should equal 2. And what is the other one in this variable right now? How did he know where you were at? How did he know where it was your bachelorette party? How did he know everything to do with the bachelorette party? And because of that, like
Wait, this the bachelorette party or it's a wedding?
bachelorette party. And then bachelorette party is supposed to be for you and your girls.
Plot thickens.
I'm
Hold
just
on,
saying,
hold on,
yeah.
hold on, hold
The
on,
plot
hold on.
thickens.
I'm thinking
So why
wedding.
is this man? Why is your ex at the bachelorette party that you're supposed to?
Posted a story and it has a geolocation. He's a stalker.
No, but this is assuming that you invited him, right? This is assuming
No, it said he showed up. Her ex showed up.
he showed up.
Yeah.
He just showed up.
I didn't invite him. He just showed up.
Ain't no woman posting a geotype with the bachelorette party.
That's true.
And like-
The only way any ex of mine would.
Starlets. Everyone's posting. They at
Yeah.
Starlets.
There's two things. If my girl's ex showed up at her bachelorette party, here's the problem that I have with it and why it's unforgivable. I don't know how he got there and why he's there.
Neither does she.
And if she doesn't, right, I'm going to assume it's her friends. And one thing, unless, and this is going to be a whole nother conversation, but if your friends don't respect our soon-to-be marriage, I'm not the person to be like, yo, you can't be friends with your friend.
So you're just not gonna be with that
But
person.
Rico,
I just
you're
would try to, like, yeah.
deeming something unforgivable based on I don't knows, she don't know,
No.
and assumptions.
Well, no. I'm not. I didn't.
Right.
I'm deeming him. I'm deeming it off of the unknown variables. Now, obviously, if there are like, hey, he's just a creep stalker, then that's different.
So how would you even find out that
Thank
he was
you.
there? Most likely she would have told you.
Yeah, and then I ask questions, but we don't have the actual story.
Wait, so if she told you,
well, how the hell else am I gonna know her ex showed up at the bachelorette party?
If
We're
she
not
invite-
giving all the context here. Like,
invited
You're right,
him.
but
Why
the
would
friend
she let
stories, you could have seen him in the
Thank
back
you.
of, one
If-
of her friend's stories or something.
I just said, if he popped up on some creep shit, that's different. But if it's anything other than that, your best. First of all, the women that go on their bachelorette party is typically their best friends. Ladies, correct me if I'm wrong.
right.
Okay, so your best friends find
maybe
it.
a hater here or there, you know.
Yeah, that
throw him in there.
Right.
you know. So your best friends find it okay to have your ex show up at your bachelorette party when no other guys are there, and then that's crazy to me. And then if not, did you invite him? You know what I'm saying? Did you tell him about it?
For it to be unforgivable, that's kind of
Unforgivable for the unknown.
Well, unknown here, but it, like I said, it does depend.
But if she, let's just say she actually invited him, I find out, yeah, I just thought it'd be fine to see him one more time. I just wanted to see him before the end. That's a problem. What the fuck are you doing? Like I'm questioning.
You sound mad like this
I'm
real.
just saying- No, I'm just saying. That's another level of stupidity that I need
Yeah.
to question. What are we gonna do moving forward?
Judgment is terrible.
Well, being that you said this,
There's no
one,
moving forward, my boy.
let's-
There's no moving forward. You invited your ex? Cool. You know what? You can keep the ring. And I wish you nothing but the best. Matter of fact, hopefully he can use that ring and marry you. Because I'm good.
Based on what you just said, it ties perfectly with this one. This one says, wrong text. I still love you. Let me know if you still love me. I won't do it. If that
What?
If that text was sent the night before your wedding
And you
to
saw
an,
it,
to an ex,
either or.
I still love you. Let me know if you
Crap.
still love me. I won't do it.
There's nothing to talk about. It's nothing to talk
Nothing to
about.
talk about.
I agree.
Unforgivable. Absolutely.
You should have FaceTimed.
True.
Bare minimum, it's not sloppy enough to send it to the wrong person.
Yeah.
Especially the "I won't do it" part. Wow.
I won't do it is crazy.
That's
It's
what it said.
nuts.
I won't do it.
Yeah.
Right here.
Right. I won't even say no. I'll text back. Don't do it. No, that's it. Don't do it.
Based on like y'all's the space y'all are in the podcast, this is I think this is a great question. What is it? He wants to be more sexually conservative.
Yeah, that would be a problem. I mean,
She
like,
scratched her neck.
I mean, like, we have some really bomb, really freaky, really kinky sex, and like I've become really accustomed to it. So that would be a problem. I would wonder why you're wanting to switch things up so drastically.
Religion.
That's
All of a sudden?
Yeah.
that's a rough reason. The night before.
I'm just saying, yo, you've been
That would be
reading.
very out of, like, really left field.
Yeah.
You said that you've been watching Shaka bars and you wanted to practice semen retention.
No, I could understand someone like going into like a new chapter of their life and they just start reevaluating how they want to be. But I mean, for you guys and your dynamic, that does seem like very drastic.
That's extremely drastic.
Yeah.
If she did say that, it's not necessarily unforgivable, but she needs to know. All right, we're gonna have to make sure I'm taken care of.
Like how I'm gonna be
Gotta get my
good.
handles
Let's talk
handled,
about that.
You know what I'm saying?
I
You
wouldn't-
said your handles handled.
As long as that happens, we good. We
It
can
wouldn't be
figure that out.
unforgivable, but I would be very confused. It would be very, very left field. It wouldn't make sense. And I would also think about just the fact that it wouldn't make sense and like what other parameters are impacting your decision. But definitely, I would want my handles handled too.
I want to have a
All right, bro, I got to ask you a
during the
question.
sex.
Since y'all want to talk about the sexually conservative, let's go into a little bit of a freaky moment. She let a male stripper lick whipped cream off her nipples.
If it was any night other than right before the wedding, I'm probably have If it's before the bachelor party, just a regular night, I'm gonna have some issue with that because we didn't talk because we didn't have a conversation prior. So that's the only time. But other than that, fuck it, it's your bachelorette party. Fuck it.
Is that like low kink for y'all? That's
Not
like
a
low.
kink, but I get it. I get
Yeah.
it.
That's like
I get
nothing
it.
for y'all.
That's
just
not
a nipple.
Yeah.
There was a viral clip of girls at in LA. I think it was like a paint. It's called like strip and sip. I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
Something like that, where basically it's like a paint and sip, but they have the stripper there.
And they be naked.
Yeah.
And she started sucking them off, right?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So what if
Get it out.
bachelorette party though, not a regular bachelorette party. The male strippers dancing.
Unforgivable. I mean, I cut you off. Unforgivable. Fuck that.
It's the last night single.
That's my guy
That's
right here.
levels. For you to go that far,
Yes.
I don't know. I'm just asking.
him overwhelming you and like, okay, you suck my nipples. Okay, that's one thing. I'm gonna get on my knees, pull your like the whole shit. You had time to think about.
Well, let's just say he pulled his pants.
Yeah,
down.
yeah. He pulled his pants down, like, and he came into her face with it, and then like they're like, "Do it." You know, this girl's like,
She's being amped. Like,
Yeah, do it, do it, do it.
Next
now
thing
she
you know,
can't
you
look
just
like
see
a
her mouth
punk.
open.
you had
I
no
can
self
look like a
control.
punk.
Nah, you can't no self control.
It was the moment.
Fuck the moment. That's too much of a moment. Then what you need to do? Hey, I'm about to go suck this dick of a stripper. Is it okay if I do that? You need to send that text. I need
There's
that
no
text.
phones there, bro.
What's happening? Or what's
oh yeah, they left all the phones at the.
Yeah.
What if she doesn't suck it, but she jerks it?
It's a lot.
What's that one?
But she didn't suck it. It was
Ain't this
it was
about
two
her? Why
jerks.
she jerking
It was two
Why
jerks.
She jerking his dick. Ain't it about her?
And then she like you could you can't see it, but like she did it and then she stopped. Like, oh shit, wait, I'm about to get married. Hold on.
This
Like
is supposed to be-
single jerk, like a jerk.
Yeah.
Like just one.
No, give it two. Cause one is like what yeah. Whoa. Up, down, up.
Two. That's it. You're going.
Up, down, up.
If I heard the girls do it, I'm gonna let her rock. If the girls don't do it, and she do that shit, fuck you.
She just did it to do it.
He gonna be like, she been wanting to do it. I just met this dude. What are you
But what if
talking
it
about?
happened to him at his bachelorette party? He got a lap dance.
You let a guy
and
jerk him off?
and he got a hand
on,
job
stop
from
it.
the stripper. Aaron,
I don't know.
what are you saying right
Okay, he
now?
gets a hand job
That's
from
two
the stripper.
separate. That's two. It gets crazier. I'm just saying.
Hand job from the stripper.
Hand
Is
job
it
from the
unforgivable?
I don't mind. All power to you.
That's
What about head? Wait, what'd you
I
say?
don't mind.
You said that's
Wait,
light.
you don't mind anything?
It's just a hand.
What about sex?
Then if I didn't know prior, I would have a problem with it.
Wow, you got to keep her, my guy. Please get married.
That's why we're good. You just have those conversations, you know?
I could get sucked before I get married. Damn.
She found out she has a baby on the way. Now I'm trying to figure out.
Wait.
This is what I'm trying to ask myself right now because I'm like, why is this problematic?
He has a baby on the way.
Yeah, he has.
She found out he has a baby on the way. I was so confused. Like, why is that a problem?
Oh, so he cheated one night, and she got pregnant 8 months prior.
And he told you
6
about
months
the
prior.
pregnancy the night before the wedding.
I want to hear this one because her face, her energy changed.
Because I'm thinking of multiple different things. Because one, we do have multiple partners. So I'm thinking if it's just like with one of our other partners, that's an issue because I don't want him to have children with anyone else. But like that's more understandable. If you just blatantly cheated on me, and then the only reason you're telling me is because you now have a baby in a way, that is a problem.
You joke about this scenario all the time, so I want to know.
you?
The real answer. She always come.
See, yo? Oh, you was outside.
Nah, she just out here just fucking around, just joking. I'm like, stop playing like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I make that joke.
First of all,
That's my
can I see your nails real quick? Those two? That's fucking dope.
Thank you.
That's fucking dope. All right, my question now is, let's go more in depth with that, right?
Okay.
So he finds out that he has a baby on the way, but to like limit the variable that you gave, he just found out he cheated and she's 8 weeks pregnant. Not like it's recent, like 10 weeks pregnant.
Did he know or did she know that he was with somebody else?
Like he cheated.
It's a rando.
This is a random.
It's rando.
okay.
Yeah.
It's complete and
Yeah, random.
10
Like
weeks prior to the wedding.
he did something, some random night, yeah, like whatever, and it's a whole new situation, which means like before the context that I gave was about what 6 or 8 months, so the baby will be here soon. Now it's like the pregnancy is very new. Like he just found out. Like he's telling you around the same time that he's finding out. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. I think it being closer to the marriage, I would wonder, like, what is it that's making you act out? And, like, is it cold feet that's making you pull away and trying to do, which seems like self-sabotage? So I would want to explore that and figure out what's happening with us or with you that's making you, one, step out and figure it out from there. The actual pregnancy that's a problem in itself, but I feel like...
So that's what I'm trying to figure out, right? Because it could be like, I'm not speaking for him, right? But I want to just give context. So it's like, because I want to create and develop a scenario. I want to see what's forgivable and what's not. So let's say if it's like, yo, you know what? I did one last thing. I knew we were getting married in a couple months. I'm not going to lie, just one random last moment before I got married. And it just so happened to be the time she got pregnant.
It's forgivable for me.
Oh, my.
Yeah.
It's forgivable for me.
Shake my hand, sir.
I don't know if that's all right.
Well, I didn't shake my hand.
He's like, that's not even what I want to be a part of.
Just take it, bro.
My man is honorable.
Yes, I'll take a picture.
Yeah, man. I'm about to give you an award before you leave.
My guy is honorable.
But the thing is, you know why? Can you expound on why that's forgivable for you?
For us and our love and just what it means, and like he's my life partner. And I mean that fully. Like there's there's a very short list of things that are just completely unforgivable in my book with him. Not to say that I don't have boundaries or that I don't want to be disrespected. I definitely don't want that. But I do feel like there is always room to grow and that there's always room to shift and there's room to just figure it out together. And I know that I can do that with him. And if there's something that's pulling him away to do something as stupid as cheat, especially when we have the type of relationship that we have where that's not necessary, I would feel like something's wrong and that there's something that we need to deal with together. So yeah.
Can you expound on y'all's relationship dynamic?
Sure.
My favorite relationship that has been here. My favorite couple.
No, we definitely have a nice open relationship, and it's no
Wait, open as in how?
open so that we have sex with other people as it stands right now.
Oh, whoa. Fuck this question. Like, well then, damn. Oh, wait. I'm so sorry.
No, you're good. But I mean, it's very open, and there's no specific way that we can go about it. There's always room for flexibility and figuring out what works depending on each individual situation. So it's just like something like that would be really stupid on either one of our behalves because it's not necessary. If there was one last hurrah one of us wanted and it was that important to us, we could just talk about it.
Yeah.
So
Gotcha.
And for us, it's also just a lot of communication. And the way that we view our relationship is we're together, we are a couple, but we're also two individual people with different desires, different needs, and sometimes his desires are something that I don't either want to partake in or just am not capable of partaking in because of whatever parameters he's wanting, and vice versa. So because of that, it's just that we want to keep it open so that we can just experience life together, but also just life as individuals. So I think that having this open relationship awards us that.
No, definitely, I think it's dope. At what point? See, I'm kind of curious. I'm going off track. At what point? I would love to hear it from both of you. Did you realize that you were a partner who wanted an open relationship? At what point in your lives? And what was that defining moment, if there was one?
But yeah, it's just my experience, I guess, with sex at a relatively young age. Like in my early 20s, I would go to different sex parties and just was in a very explorative place in my life. And through going to these events and just meeting different people and learning about different relationship structures, I started getting to the point where I realized, I don't know if I can go back to, traditional monogamy. And then once I got really deep into it, I realized there ain't no going back. I need to find somebody who could meet me here. Yeah. So once I knew that, then it was just a matter of finding who that person was and just knowing I wasn't going to settle. She came along, and here we are.
Here you are.
Was it something that you were already looking for, the same type of dynamic?
No, I actually had a really different experience. My father was a polygamist. I'm the youngest of 21, so I very much know what it's like to have to be in a family where there's multiple partners, multiple wives in it. I also, my personal opinion of it, think that it was done in a way that I wouldn't do it. So I was actually very turned off to the idea until I just kind of started learning more about different relationship types and realizing that just because I experienced this through my family, this one very specific way, doesn't mean that any way that I experience my relationships has to be similar. So yeah, just with growing up with it and the experiences that I had with that and just exploring different types of relationships, I understood kink and different relationship dynamics on an intellectual level, but I never really experienced it prior to him. So when he came into the picture, it was kind of the more we talked about it, just made sense.
Are you both, so how does your open relationship work? Do you both have the ability, not ability, but the freedom to explore? Obviously, I'm assuming, first of all, you guys already iterated it, that there has to be a lot of communication going on before anything happens. Mm-hmm. I'm assuming, right? That's just the honesty, transparency factor. Right. So, do you both have that flexibility in your relationship?
Yeah, it's we're really a unit. So the way we do really anything, whether it comes to our relationship or it comes to business or anything like that, we do it as a team. And so in going into this, it's always about what do we want as a unit first. So with any potential partners, it's somebody that we're both interested in. And so the way it works now is we typically meet somebody, and once we know we both feeling them, all right, cool. So we'll do our thing with them. And then once we know we've established that, then there's room for her to have her time with them or me to have our time with them. And so we've been kind of branching out and feeling how that feels to be separate. Gotcha. But it still all comes back to
it starts here, and then it can. I got you.
Yeah. So for clarification, so it's not like you have your own partner separately that she knows about, and then she has her own partner separately that you know about.
Right.
It's not that.
Right.
So it's three people. Mm-hmm. Oh, okay, gotcha.
Is it gender specific?
Yeah, as of late, we've only been focused on women because that's our starting place, because I'm just not interested in men. So we wanted to have a starting place that we both can resonate with, because she is bi. So that's where we've been now. But, we're open to other situations as things evolve and our relationship grows. It's just we keep that door open to whatever can come down the line.
I don't think a lot of people are particularly open to even having those types of discussions. Yeah. Either it's because, one, they were not honest from the jump. Two, they weren't honest with themselves about what they want, so they can't communicate that to somebody else. And I would love if we as individuals could get to a place that we can have these types of conversations. This is the shit that I'm into. Yeah. Are you into it? Great. We're both into it. And now we can move accordingly instead of one person feeling like their needs aren't met. You know what I mean? Or one person feeling like they have to go out and be with somebody else versus just voicing what that issue is. And then y'all as a partnership figure out what are we doing? Are we just gonna make this home base and we still do our thing, or is somebody gonna cheat, or like are we gonna break up? Like what are we doing? Right. You know? So I wish people, just as a society, we would move towards that.
We're going to jump right back into that, but we want to shout out a couple of our favorite people who always do come on our YouTube lives and support us. So let's shout out to Fatty. I see Fatty's back right now.
You've been gone for a while, huh?
Yeah, Fatty's back, though. Michael Matrope.
Yep.
He's always in here. He's Yep, that's my dog. And OTS Flop. Want to say shout y'all out. And shout out everybody else on the YouTube, Instagram. We're not on TikTok right now, but definitely go ahead, and if you're on Instagram, if you would like to ask a question for us and or our guests, go ahead and you can purchase a badge, and we'll go ahead and, you know, reiterate the question. Same thing as YouTube. You already know super chats, and also likes. On our YouTube, we definitely got to get our likes up for our lives, so let's make sure that we do that. Let's get right back into that. So I have a question now. Now that we got that squared away, because I didn't understand, but I didn't know that. I wasn't knowledgeable of that, which is dope. What if you found out your partner, either or, could not have any children? Is that unforgivable or forgivable?
Like he knew this whole time and didn't tell me to.
Yeah.
That's a little unforgivable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That, because of the timeline. That's unforgivable.
The timeline makes it unforgivable.
Really?
Tell me
the morning we're getting married.
Really? I'm like, you guys forgave all the other stuff.
The morning of, though, because you didn't give me a choice. Whenever I feel like there's something going on and I don't get a choice in, it makes it harder.
But you already got a baby on the way.
What you stop it?
That is hilarious.
If I had a baby on the way and then she told me that, all right, we got something.
Now it's
wait, hold on, Amir. What if she had a baby on the way? Let's flip it.
It's funny, we talked about this.
We did.
You guys just prepare for everything, huh? That's that Virgo shit. So they are very perfect.
So look, listen to the rationale. It makes a lot of sense. So my baby on the way. We don't necessarily have to deal with the baby on the day-to-day, the experience of the baby growing. It's easier to overcome that. You know what I'm saying? But she got the baby on the way every day. It's a reminder of this baby. It's growing. It's becoming more human. It's living with us. I didn't ask for this.
It's living with y'all.
You know what I'm saying?
You got like pregnancy hormones that he has to deal with.
That's a little harder. It's a little harder.
So is it unforgivable?
It's unforgivable. It's unforgivable.
I must say, when I did read that, I wasn't really thinking in my head that it was kept a secret. I was thinking more like you just found out and you were just breaking the news.
Which one? About the
your partner not being able to have kids. I wasn't thinking about it in that sense. Like they held on to that information and decided to.
Oh, you thought like they just found out and they just told
and then
you. That's different. That's very different. That's forgivable.
Yeah, if they found out the week before they just went to go check and they found out they couldn't, all right, we can work together.
Very different.
Yeah.
If you knew and you just didn't say shit and you thought like
that just sounds malicious.
Trap me. I don't like that.
Yeah.
A man won't say nothing before a woman.
I'd hide it.
Oh, that he can't have kids.
I'd hide it. Whatever. Hey, listen. After we married, babe, I don't know. I just got some strange news, like from the doctor. They said I can't actually have any kids. The good thing is I already have one, so I'm good. I got one. What if you were asked to sign a prenup the morning of the wedding, so same day?
Is it already drawn out?
Already drawn up. Yeah, you have to sign it. So
I would see that I would have a problem with because then it's like
that's sneaky.
No,
it's unforgivable.
I am for prenups. I love prenups, but I think that I want to be like involved in the process of like what we're agreeing on. But if you just drew something up and expect me to sign,
and sneak attacked you right before you put on the wedding dress.
Even if you didn't want the answer today,
slid it under the door. Hey, pass this stuff.
I know we're not supposed
to review this.
Yeah, like I ain't supposed to see you, but just go ahead and sign that.
But like even if you didn't even want me to sign right then, but hey, I just want you to know this is where we're going after today. Yeah, nah, I don't need that.
I wouldn't mind that. If it wasn't drawn up and it's just like, yeah, I want you to sign a prenup. I want you to sign a prenup. I think prenups are brilliant. Because the way prenups work, it's like basically if you don't have one of your own, the government has a prenup for you, and it's whatever they decide is equal. So I want to decide what's equal between us and how we're going to separate things. So yes, let's do a prenup.
It costs a lot of money.
It's called.
Don't fuck up.
Yeah.
Don't get caught cheating. If you get caught,
You doing something on your own and drafting up your own, whatever, and just be like, here, sign it. That's a little nuts.
Yeah.
They went behind your back to do that, so they can get whatever.
It takes
they
a lot
wanted.
that takes time. You had to sit down with a lawyer. We could have talked about this.
They plotted
I have a
against
question. I don't know if anybody here knows the answer. It's a random question. Since you two are in an open relationship, right? In an open relationship, and you get married, and maybe Aaron might know or you might know. You seem to know a lot about it. And what I'm gonna ask, just let me get there. And you guys, break up, and you want to file for divorce because at some point you decide that you didn't want to be in an open relationship, and you now deem him going out as cheating. Like, how does that work? Like,
I mean, that's a conversation.
But cheating is cheating.
no, I mean, like, from the governmental standpoint, if you cheat, like, doesn't that void your prenup typically? No,
That would have to be stated in the prenup.
Yeah, that's
Got
a
you,
parameter
got you.
that you have to.
And if it wasn't,
Doesn't mean anything.
But if I decide randomly that I don't want to be in an open relationship anymore, I can't just decide that's now cheating. That's a conversation that we have to have. We have to both be at a consensus. That could be, I don't want to see anybody else extra. And if you still want to continue to do that, then that's a possibility. But I can't just be like, I don't want to do anymore. Now it's cheating.
it has to be
That's just-
monogamous.
Yeah, that's just complete manipulation.
That'd be
gotta update
so
you.
messed up. What? Oh my
Caught up,
god.
yeah, you have all these good years, and then once you get into it,
I'm monogamous. Whoa,
That's
hold
like,
up.
That's the same as the question saying that he just wanted to switch stuff and be more conservative. in
Yeah.
sex. It's like, what are we doing? We had an agreement. We liked it. It's good. What are we doing?
Question, but what about the fact
That's
that
true.
people change, relationship dynamics change? Not to say that you just stop doing something like so drastically.
Cold turkey.
But people do, boundaries change in relationships.
Yeah, and if things, I'm okay with change. If something changes where the sex needs to change or the dynamic of the relationship needs to change, that is completely understandable. But to just show up and say, I'm no longer in an open relationship, or I no longer want to be in that, and now that's considered cheating in my eyes, that's just not fair. That's not real growth.
Right.
That's just trying to control a narrative.
Right.
And that I don't agree with. But if we decided one day that, we don't want to be open anymore, or I'm okay with that. If he decided one day that he didn't want to do the kinky shit we do, I would have a little
Issue.
we go to therapy.
yeah, we had to go through that.
I have my ears work so well, and some things I don't get to speak about. But I want to say this or ask this before we even go forward. I heard that you were the youngest of 21.
Oh, yes.
Like, you tried to slip that in there, but I was like, wait, well, hold on. I didn't want to, ruin
I mean,
the
she
moment.
said her father was a polygamist.
Yo, but still, the youngest of 20. Yes.
Yeah. He was not poly. He was a polygamist.
Okay.
Polygamy. Yeah.
Which means he had multiple.
He had multiple wives.
How many wives, if you don't mind me asking?
I don't know. I want to say 7, at least 7 that had children. Wow. But not all at one time. Always,
Yeah.
is, multiple throughout the year.
Are you close with your siblings? And if so, out of the 21, how many are you close with, if not all?
It's a loaded question.
It is. I have so many questions, by the way.
Yes, my family is very close.
That's fucking
Yes.
dope. Wow. There's a lot of hope for me in this world. I just, because sometimes I think that what I want sounds crazy, but when I realize that there's a lot of people doing what I want, it just sounds like it's possible.
You want 21 kids?
I don't know about that. I have to see how much money I have. But 7 wives? Come on, bring it on.
It came with a lot of drama. And a lot of trauma, and I'll just leave it at that.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
I would think.
I haven't even gotten that far at all, but I just just know what you're really wishing for. Because
Yeah.
even just in having multiple partners for ourselves, like even just trying to find time to juggle all of them and make time for them and make time for obviously her, she's my priority, is tough. I'm talking about 2 or 3. It's
And
tough.
with polygamy, the difference, we have an open relationship, so it's I can also explore. With polygamy, in his relationship, the women were not having other relationships, not with one another or not with anybody else. So it's very one-sided, and it bred a lot of jealousy, a lot of animosity, and even between like the children. So it's like if she's married to him and I'm married to him and I don't like her, then it's like now our kids are fighting, and then they have to grow up with that, and that affects the whole family as a whole. Now their kids are fighting, and now when all the cousins get together, like, you know what I mean? It becomes like this hierarchy almost.
All right, fine. I have another question, but this is from here.
Okay.
What if you found out? Wait. Your fiance
slept with her gay best
Your fiance, she slept with her gay
her gay bridesmaid.
I guess says. So
I slept with my gay best friend, meaning a man.
Oh,
No, your bridesmaid. Your bridesmaid is gay. You slept with her. But being that you're bi and you guys have an open relationship, would that be a problem for you?
It's fine. I get it. It's wedding. We about to get married.
I mean, maybe if it was your wife, you'd have an issue. But it's
more.
them.
I wouldn't have an issue.
There's more time because it is the friend, so it's not like I gotta take advantage of this opportunity while it's here. It's a quick, hey, I'm actually about to go fuck so and so. Cool.
Yeah.
And you know,
Just taking her. Would you be mad? Would you be jealous
Would I be jealous if she let me join?
if she didn't offer?
Nah, I get it.
You let her do her thing?
They've been friends for years. Have your time. Go ahead. It's all good. It's all good.
If you're okay, bro. Shit. What if you're and I can't find a way, but it's cool. I'm just accepting it. Your groomsman tells you that she was a call girl, which also means possibly escort. Another word, I would say prostitute. Your
day
groomsman
before the
says
wedding.
in her past life, she was a call girl.
I would say that the one thing that would make it challenging is hearing it from my boys.
Yeah, with proof, by the way.
I was gonna mention that, but I was like, I don't think he needs to know that.
That's the only part that will really make it challenging, is coming from them and just knowing, how niggas do. That's like the only thing that would make it hard. But if it was a past life, what can I say? It's a past life. It was actively going on during our relationship and I didn't know. Yeah, nah, we dead in that. But it was before me.
Really, you can't forgive that?
During our relationship, that's how she's been making money, and she told me she's going to.
He will forgive it. He's saying.
My question is really like it's just a lot of shit y'all over here forgiving, but but to find issue with like her she's just having sex with somebody else.
What do you mean? Hold up. What's the question?
She was.
Right.
But he's saying
this is
Are you
prior.
saying that this is
During the relationship, it has stopped now, but it did occur during the time that you guys were together.
why didn't I share it?
Yeah, why would you not talk to me about it?
well, she shared the money.
That's probably something that you don't want to
wow,
disclose if you're
that makes
not
it
doing
worse.
that anymore.
That she shares the money.
Yeah, it makes it worse. I'm spending bread. I don't even know where it's coming from, and like where it's coming from.
We know where it's
and I don't
coming
know. And I was saying, but I don't know. You ain't give me no choice in this.
Yeah, that's weird.
Nah, I can't do that.
We're open about everything else, but not that. That's weird.
Because then it's like, all right, what are you doing then? Why couldn't you tell me?
If it was in a past life, I could understand her not saying anything. Like, she left that part of her, like, behind.
And I wouldn't even be mad at that. If I found out years later from somebody else and she didn't tell me, I wouldn't. I didn't know her then. But
what if you find out she had a genetic disorder that will be there in 5 years?
We didn't do that?
No, that was before the show started.
Yeah.
Wait, genetic disorder that's coming in 5 years.
Yeah, like, for example, muscular dystrophy, right? And now she's going to be suffering where she could possibly not be walking or in 5 to 10 years.
That's forgivable.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
Damn,
forgivable.
she
Sorry.
said, okay, hold on.
Because my question is this: did I know this whole time and not say anything?
Yes.
Yes.
That's fucked up.
Well, it's like this other one then.
Yeah,
if you knew for some years and now you're telling me and now, I don't
That's
like
messed
that.
up.
I don't like because you're trying to trap
If
me.
we just found out,
You're trying to
trap.
Yes, it is. Hey, for the last 2 years, I've known that I have this degenerative disorder that I didn't tell you anything about.
Now
We're
you-
planning to get married. You
I
didn't
made
tell
you
me shit
fall in
about
love
it.
with me,
Yeah.
marry me, and you're gonna have to take care of me, even though I didn't tell you about this prior. That's fucked up. That's manipulative. I wouldn't. No.
Well, having to decide whether you want to marry somebody because of a disease that they can possibly come into, that seems fucked up to
That's
me.
what I'm saying. It's not.
Would that have changed? Would that change your decision to marry
It's not
somebody?
the disease.
It's not the
It's how you went about sharing that information with
Yeah.
me.
The person
That the person won't want to marry you.
If they want to marry you, if they came to me very real, like, yo, I knew about this for the last year. I've been trying to deal with it. I love you. I didn't know how to tell you. And like, we're real about that. And we had a real conversation. I can understand that.
You forgiving it.
Still day before the wedding.
That's still always saying day before wedding.
That's a lot. I think that's a lot to just kind of.
Not day before. That's selfish.
Yeah.
That's selfish.
Day before the wedding,
That's
I
selfish.
knew about this. I tried to see what I could do about it, and I've come to a dead end. It's gonna happen 5 to 10 years, but I did not.
I'm about to say, give me 5 days. Give me 5 days.
A week before the wedding, I can conceptualize.
No, it's the
that
morning
better.
of. It's not even the day before.
Yeah.
No, it's
They didn't say the morning of.
night
It's
before?
the night before.
The night before.
that's-
This one is the night
Yeah,
before.
so night before is more time.
That's
They
a lot
said
to-
that
You got 24
our
hours.
wedding is the 25th. My doctor said he will be able to give me a definite answer on the 24th. So this is how I'm coming to you.
That's different.
I just threw in that variable. That's
Yeah.
you
It
know.
was a trash one, man. They just gave him an out.
Then it's news to you, and you're sharing the learning experience.
Yeah.
If you just held on to that, I think that's just very manipulative. Fear or not, you shouldn't let fear hold you back that much. Because that's something that will drastically change his life. Because now he has to decide: does he want that for himself? What does that look like?
And if it's like it's this situation, what else I gotta look forward to in the next 8 to 10, 15 years? What other surprises you got for me?
I mean, but realistically,
Till death do us
not
part,
with no.
better or worse.
And I'm not trying to be judgmental, but you already have the ability to have freedom. So, I mean, it shouldn't make a difference.
No, 'cause
It does.
It does.
It's still, this my
You still
one
like the
life.
love is not going to change. What would change realistically?
The
Our day-to-day
experiences.
life, how we go about.
Yeah.
Just the sex between you.
Not even
Realistically?
just that. I might have to change her diapers one day. Like
You're gonna have to do that possibly anyway.
Regardless.
Yeah.
That's almost
prepare
almost
40,
inevitable.
50 years down the line. as
It can
opposed to
happen at
5.
any moment, my brother.
Right. That's why she got to tell me before. I'm just saying.
To decide.
Nah,
You
just
wanna
prepare
change
me.
diapers?
Just prepare me. Nah, I feel like
That's what I'm saying. Because
that
you
shows-
want to decide whether you want to deal with this.
I need time.
I feel
I don't think it's for me. I
It's
don't.
funny. I don't need any time. As long as you allow me to be open in our relationship, I'll take care of you.
I feel like I have to now change the way that I'm seeing my future going. And that can you have children? Or are you able to do that with this disease? It's so much to unpack that it's a lot for somebody the day before, morning of a wedding.
So,
But can you see yourself saying, this is unforgivable? No, I'm not going to marry you.
Day before the wedding, yes. If they held on to it the whole time. If they just found out, completely forgivable.
Honestly, if this was my first time hearing it, I would have said, babe, I'm sick beside you.
I'm good.
I'm sorry. Like,
good.
I cannot not marry you
good.
now. Like, it's forgivable for me.
I would be more concerned with just being told at the last minute.
Yeah.
Because it's
But I do think that I would just need to like go sort out my thoughts on it just to get me through the day so that I'm not upset or angry or whatever. But I think overall I could probably forgive that.
Yeah. Like taking care of him because something happened. That's not a problem.
Because something could happen today, tomorrow, you know what I mean? So just I would really take issue with being told at that time.
Yeah, like you're trying to celebrate your love and just
Right.
be free and in the moment, and now that's in the front of your mind.
Right.
That's just messed up. So now you have to think about that.
Well, we can talk about that after the wedding.
so
So you guys mentioned that, y'all typically will bring a person in. What's the metric that you use to decide if a person is suitable for both of y'all or suitable for, a unit?
You guys use dating apps?
yeah, that's definitely
Yeah.
like in our
Do
main.
you guys have a
okay.
picture together, or do you use her to pull them?
No, so after we're on, we have our own separate profiles, but then it shows that we're linked together. So we have pictures together or separate.
Like you guys are linked on each other's.
is there a
profiles?
poly app?
Field.
Yeah, field.
I mean, it doesn't have to be
called
a
Field.
Hold on, stop. Wait, please.
Yeah, you'll love it. You'll love it.
There's a poly app
actually
called
like-
Field.
It's not specific for poly, but it's definitely for just open, different relationship
I like-
structures,
yeah.
kinky shit, freaky shit.
A lot of kinky shit.
Is it spelled like regular Field?
EELD.
Yeah.
She gonna
Oh, like
start
I
checking your
feel.
phone, Rico.
Yeah,
She gonna start checking your
I
phone.
said I feel.
I'm feeling Field.
it's definitely. It's been our main way to connect with people because on there, the people are really upfront and just open.
Very transparent.
Yeah, so you can just people
I
say
want to
like
be a
really what they want.
unicorn. I like to be slapped and spat
What's
on.
a unicorn?
What's a unicorn? Yeah.
It's just something you say, right?
Sorry, that's so
Well, I don't know. My
Y'all
gay,
are new-
my,
y'all are
one of my
newbies.
gay homegirls.
You don't know what a
said,
unicorn is?
A lesbian.
She said, "Oh,
Who's never been with a man. She said they call those unicorns.
No.
A unicorn is. What do you say with a unicorn?
A unicorn is something rare that you see, which is a single woman who is available, attractive single woman available for couples, basically. To be a third in their relationship.
They are
I
unicorns.
was just like, it's like a metaphor.
They definitely are
Very
unicorns.
rare, you know?
Fuck.
So do y'all find them?
Field people, FEELD.
Yeah,
Fields for those interested.
Definitely check that out.
Yes.
I knew there was an app for that. Like, there had to be. Bless you.
Yeah, it took us a little second to find it, but it's been good. Either that
It's been
or-
good.
Is it like a swipe?
Yeah.
Is it like swipe right, swipe?
Yeah, it's
like
same
It's like Tinder.
Yeah, it's just a basically kinky Tinder. Yeah, meets OkCupid.
But it's really cool because you can put like all the stuff you're into. You can either put in your bio or there's like links to it, I think.
Yeah.
And
desires.
yeah, and it's a lot of like couples as well. So it's like I have my own personal profile, but it's linked to his. And then it just connects you straight away. So some people will say like we play together, or we play together or separate. So if you're
Wow,
in
that's
both or
fucking
one,
amazing.
Do you guys prefer like
Unicorns?
no like someone who's gonna like be around like more long term or just kind of like one offs?
Both.
depends on the mood.
Yeah, it depends. Yeah, if they're only available, if the situation only provides for quick situation, we make it happen. But we'd like some consistency,
Gotcha.
so we
Yeah,
can
who would
grow
say no to
somebody.
that? What the fuck?
Yeah, we had a good hoe phase together.
We did. We came out. Yeah, just kind of.
Yeah, a hoe phase with your partner is a different type of hoe phase.
That was different.
That was different.
So tell us, please, because whenever we've heard about hoe phases,
Rico
it's
can't
always
take it.
like men knocking women for having hoe phases.
Yeah.
Yo, we had a whole phase as a
and it's
couple.
always
Different,
about
man. That was
sex.
different. That was
Shit is
different.
not right. Hold on.
So tell us what a hoe phase as a couple looks like. What does that look like?
Well, the way ours looks like, cause she's lazy. I'm still the one. Got to do my thing. I gotta go find them, and then I'll present them to her. Okay, cool. Yeah, we like them. All right, cool. We go on the dates, and we just we
I
have a
close
system.
them without saying anything. Let's be realistic.
She does help close without having to say a word. Yes, but then I gotta close, and then we had a whole routine. We're bringing back to the house. Keep the vibe going.
Before we do that though, we do video chat.
We do
just
that.
see if
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
some type of vibe or energy. Then we'll just like go for drinks. And then 9 times out of 10, yeah.
Have you ever had it not work out? Oh, jeez.
After you went for drinks, like you ever met in person and it was just
Said
like
9 times out of 10.
no.
No, 10 times.
So it's 10
So the
times.
video,
out of 10.
so the video chat is pretty effective.
Yeah.
No, I would recommend anybody, especially nowadays, is weird bots and scammers and just weirdos out
On
there.
top of it, filters. Like you don't
Yeah, you don't know
a video doesn't
about it.
lie.
Yeah.
you
So
can
yeah,
just-
that way you catch a little bit of a vibe.
makes
Definitely do that
sense.
before going out on any dates for sure.
Yeah.
Honestly, because I don't think there are a lot of people out there going through whole phases as a couple. Like y'all might be
before-
presenting.
They
some
usually
new
do
to
that
the
before
world.
they get connected and fall in love and stuff, So
No, that's why it was so interesting for me because I had one prior to her because I was in a long-term relationship and then I had like a nice solid one and I got back in the mix like going to parties and stuff like that. But then with her, it felt the same. It was like
we're
this is
having
like-
fun.
Yeah, it's like this is my homie, but we be fucking and this is my life. Like we have a whole life situation happening here, so it's love behind it. But I can still move in the same way. Like whenever I drive, we see somebody attractive going down the street, we both just talk about the ass we just saw. So it's like it's just fun.
it.
It's
Yeah.
free, and then we can just really bond over that.
We definitely bond over just the desire for new pussy, as we say.
I
It's
told her,
terrible.
I told her about the phenomenon of new pussy. She understands.
All right,
She
let us
understands.
know. Share with the people. Share with the people.
Well, because
I've never been jealous in my life. I promise you, I've never been jealous in my life. I've done a lot of shit. I've accomplished a lot. I've never been jealous, but I'm fucking tight. I'm disgusted in myself. Go ahead. It's not about me.
it's here for you. It's
No.
here
It's all
for
here.
you.
Still young guy.
Field,
All for you.
you got a new player in the field. I'm just listening.
You specifically want to know about the new pussy phenomenon?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, he knows. That's why he's chuckling.
I was crying.
So, you could be with somebody for some time, have a lot of fun, have really good pussy to amazing, exquisite pussy. It could be in its own box. But there's something about new pussy that elevates it, if not all the way, very close to some substantially good pussy. And it's nothing about how good it actually is other than it's new.
It's new, it's different.
It's new,
different
it's
taste,
exciting, you know.
feel.
Different taste,
It's the
different
best
feel,
plug.
different warmth, different thickness, and
Yeah.
Also learning something new, and like once you
Yeah.
get it, it's just like, oh, I know what buttons to press.
Yeah.
So it's like to be able to bring
On to
her
the next.
into, I guess, the man mindset of it, but I can just be my free self and I have to like filter because it's a woman present. I could just talk how I talk and she understands me. There's nothing like that. That's one of the most
Yeah.
funnest parts about it.
Question. Do you feel as if a kid will kind of trump some of those things if you two had a kid together?
I mean, you just get a babysitter.
Yeah, we'll have
He's
a
asking
living,
for himself.
we'll have a living babysitter if we need, whatever we gotta do. It's not stopping
Just get
the
a
party.
babysitter, Rico.
What is your relationship based off of, in a sense where if we were to strip one of these things away, maybe the fun away or maybe the transparency away, you know, how does your relationship look like after that?
I would say for me, it's based on living. Like not being alive and going through the motions and being in a relationship or whatever, but it's like whatever is going to give us the highest feeling of living. So whether that is making money moves and building career-wise, or it comes down to the sexcapades that we have and how much fun we have in that arena, or our family time together, like whatever it is, living is the highest priority. As long as we're doing that, then we good.
I assume that like both of you all have been in monogamous relationships at some point.
Definitely.
This is my first relationship.
Really?
Ever in
Whoa.
life?
I've had situationships, but this is my first relationship.
Oh, okay.
How young are you?
I'm 20. I'm going to be 28 next week.
Do you feel that you could ever be in a monogamous relationship after this if it didn't work out? This is okay. That's my question to you. My question to you is, I assume you've been in a monogamous relationship at one point. Do you feel like could you ever go back if this didn't work out?
He's not going back.
I mean, I don't know.
Well, he said he couldn't go back,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
He touched on that.
Yeah, he said, I'm too deep in.
Yeah, I agree. Because there's so much freedom and there's so much ease. As was said earlier, there's so much communication that has to happen. Having a podcast with one another does help. Because we have really deep, really hard, really embarrassing conversations that I don't think could thrive in a monogamous relationship. And not to say that they can't happen, not to say that monogamous relationships aren't successful, but for me and just what I want in my life and the way that I want to just experience, I couldn't do it.
Okay.
That's not true. I could do it. I wouldn't want to.
Right.
Yeah, I don't think I could do it even if I didn't have this with her. Just being single and knowing what's available and just knowing what my deepest desires are, I just couldn't.
Yeah.
I couldn't do it. And I think that's a big thing. Like I feel like the majority of people in relationships, in monogamous relationships, if you had to bet on it, the majority of them would not want to be in a monogamous relationship. Most people want some form of open, alternative style relationship.
Just
some
more.
form, just something. Because there's
Yeah.
the million ways to do it. But direct traditional monogamy, I don't think most people want that.
So if that's the case, so why do you feel that more people don't pursue it or more people don't do the work? Because it takes work.
Right.
Why don't people do the work to take part in what they really want?
Fear of losing, fear of experiencing, fear of knowing. Like even as perfect as we may seem, like the first time seeing him with someone, not sexually, but like on an intimate level, like seeing him cuddle with someone and enjoy them and like them like close enough to me. It's awkward. It's awkward and it's weird and it took a minute to just settle in my being, but then being able to feel that compersion is really cool. But I think that's what stops a lot of people from experiencing that and from exploring that. It's just the fear of like, I don't want to know what you look like with somebody else. I don't want to see you happy with someone else.
How'd you get over it?
I mean, it was literally a moment.
Oh, okay.
But for me, it was the compersion that I had for seeing him enjoy trumped my discomfort.
Compersion that I've had seeing him
What I'm talking about with the
enjoy.
verbiage?
It's funny. No, it's funny. I'm just thinking about that. Yeah, the first time like somebody else made her smile the way I did, and it's like, oh, what's that about?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's just it takes.
Was it just a moment, or
I know what
did
you
you have a
mean.
day?
Nah, it was a moment.
It was a moment.
It's a good 5 minutes. And I'm just observing them. I'm just like, okay, really
I was like, oh, right. They make you want to grab a bitch up like, come back over here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will say because like we'll be with our other partners and we'll have a good night, like a whole fun night. It'd be great, threesome, excellent. And then after they go, I'll be so turned on. I'm like, nah, you gotta come over here. We did another round. We gotta handle that.
We will fuck all night. I'm talking this one time. It was like 7 a.m. We're going all night until 7 a.m. And I'm like, great. Like, he's fully fucked out. I love sleep.
Fucked out.
I cannot tell you how many times in the middle of a threesome I went to take a nap. I love sleep. And this man will just be like, and I'm like, why are you giving me them eyes? Like, we already did the thing. We did the thing multiple times, multiple ways. Why are you looking at me like that? But it just makes him hornier. It's funny, earlier when you asked about what's the thing that if you took it all away, like what's the main thing that's behind a relationship? But in the beginning, my first thought was sex. And I think when people hear that, it seems really superficial. But for us, sex is such an energy exchange and just how hormonally balanced I feel. Like I said in one of my podcast episodes, one of ours, that I have a 3-day. Like after 3 days, if I didn't have sex, it's just like I feel different. I don't feel as feminine. I don't feel as balanced. I don't feel as grounded. And for us, sex is so spiritual. Like it's our prayer. It's our vow to one another every time we have sex. And every time it gets better and we're just shocked because we hold it to such a high regard. Like he says all the time, like we were brought to this earth to fuck. And we mean that on such a real level.
Definitely.
Because there's so much that can happen when you're just experiencing one another, when you're sharing that energy with one another. And just also being boundless and just animalistic. It's so powerful.
Yeah.
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 That's amazing.
Yeah.
I feel like you had like a quick little
Flashback. A little flashback, like.
No, it was like all the moments just went in his head in one moment.
It was a whole 2022.
Yeah.
It's been a good year, for sure.
Fuck this. Yo, I love y'all so much. Listen, anybody, I want to say this. Before we log off at 8 at the table, it's important to be yourself. It's important to know who you are, and it's important to communicate who you are, what your desires are. Because if you do desire something that I feel is as great as their relationship, you're not going to get that without communication. You're not going to get that without open-mindedness, and you're not going to get that without transparency. So that's something that I learned here at 8 at the table. Everybody that keeps on subscribing and supporting, we appreciate you. We love you. We appreciate you too. Before we actually sign off, let them know where they can find you.
We appreciate y'all too. It's been a great conversation.
Really have.
We love having these talks. You can definitely check us out on all your podcast platforms and on YouTube, Instagram at Both Sides of the Bed.
Yes, and if you're interested in relationship coaching and wanting to take your intimacy to the next level, you can DM me, or if you go to our Instagram, Both Sides of the Bed, in the link tree, you can just direct message me to do some one-on-one coaching.
We'll see you next time at 8 at the table.
Bye, guys. Happy holidays and Happy New Year.